Channel 7's Justin Lewis has been monitoring the weather in Russellville since yesterday and has the very latest on how roads look this morning. Is it a big difference from last night to this morning, Justin?
I would say so, Chris and Allison, and good morning to you. I'm kind of all smiles because the latest report I've got is the roads here are actually pretty fine. They're a little wet, not a lot of traffic, obviously, early this morning, but the roads are very passable in this area. We've got a little bit of an ice accumulation on the ground here, but as for the roads, Pope County Dispatch told me following, they had about 20 wrecks in Russellville, and then they had to close that road over on Alaskan Trail where they had a bus actually turn over on its side. Well, since then they've closed no roads. They said the worst part they're seeing also on the highways seems to be up near Freeman Springs Cemetery in very northern Pope County. Now we're getting I would say a high amount of wind coming through. We had a little bit of freezing rain there for about 5 to 10 minutes right before this live shot. It's kind of slacked up now, but I know, as Melinda said, they're expecting another wave to come through here in a few hours. So it's definitely a situation that a lot of deputies and obviously Russellville Public Works, all of them are monitoring and kind of on standby, waiting to see if they need to put some more sand on these roads. But as of now, we've seen a little bit of traffic. See a car coming down right now, and the roads seem very passable and pretty fine up here in Russellville.
All right, Justin, thank you. Real quick, the kids on the bus yesterday in that accident, any update on their condition? We heard there were minor injuries.
Yeah, Chris, that was the extent of it. I think a few of them were taken for precautionary reasons to the hospital. No update on their status, but still minor injuries and definitely dodged a bullet in that accident for sure.
Situation for those parents. Russellville schools and school officials, I would imagine, are also working with the city to determine the best case for today, whether to go ahead and have school or not. Have you heard anything in that way?
We've not gotten an update. I tried to get some more out of dispatch. That was really the only person I could get through to this morning. So we'll have an update. We're going to be checking in with you guys about every half hour this morning. So we'll continue to get more information as I guess people get up and kind of stir around today.
So Channel 7's Justin Lewis is live in Russellville this morning with an update on how the road conditions are looking. Good morning, Justin.
Oh, good morning again, Chris and Allison. We're starting to see a little more traffic come through. Some of that traffic, actually sand trucks from Russellville City Public Works, they've come through this area and they've actually started scraping a little ice on the slush, like you guys mentioned earlier, off the roads. Or also, we've seen them drop some sand over an overpass over here. That might be an area they're kind of concerned about. Now, as far as the county, I spoke with them earlier. They've only shut down that area over near Crow Mountain, which actually happened late yesterday afternoon. Overnight, still no roads closed, though. The roads here are actually in very good condition. They're saying most of those are passable. I've tried to get in touch with Russellville School District to see if that is going to impact, schools around here, if they'll be going or not. We've still yet to get an update from them. I'm sure we'll probably be getting word within the next hour whether they're going to be going to school or not. But I will say, we came out here yesterday, a lot of these sidewalks and the concrete was pretty much covered in ice, very hard to walk on. Right now, it's just kind of wet. I mean, most of it's melted off, and the most ice you're seeing right now is on the ground.
Channel 7's Justin Lewis has been monitoring this weather in Russellville since yesterday, has the latest on how those road conditions look this morning. Good morning, Justin.
Well, good morning, Chris and Allison. The roads are looking pretty fine right now. We're seeing a little bit more traffic come through here as I guess people get ready to head to work this morning. We've also seen some sand trucks coming through. They're trying to get to these areas, especially bridges, drop some of that sand and obviously hit them before most of the traffic comes through today. Now, as we talk about closings, you'll probably see a lot of those coming through the bottom of your screen. Obviously, Russellville School District will be closed today. Just learned a few minutes ago, most of the Pope County schools, that includes Hector, Pottsville, Dover, Atkins, all of those will be out today. There's also a college here, Arkansas Tech, their campus here in Russellville and in Ozark, both of those canceling all classes today. And also the courthouse here in Russellville will not open until about noon to let people kind of get around. But as far as roads go, I would say they're pretty clear. Most are passable. Pope County tells me it did not close any roads overnight. A lot of those crews were out and about throughout the night. Also, your sheriff deputies were patrolling to check a lot of areas over on the hill and mountains where they thought a lot of those would be very icy, but didn't have to close any overnight, so things look pretty good. As of now, we're going to continue to monitor that, and I'll have an update in about half an hour. Well, as you can see behind me, traffic is actually starting to pick up. We're seeing some people, looks like commuting, getting ready to go to work, and we've seen some people here on Interstate 40, and things are flowing really well. The road conditions are very good. Now, we've seen some sand trucks come through. They're really hitting these bridges and overpasses, trying to hit some of those areas before many people start getting on the roads to kind of anticipate what could be some ice accumulating, I guess, as we maybe temperatures drop. We saw some heavy rain coming down. Now we had kind of like some snow flurries and a little freezing rain that's starting to come down. It's slacked up a little bit, I will say that. Got heavy there for a while. And I believe that's why we saw a lot of school districts closing. We got, obviously, you said Russellville, all of Pope County, they'll be closed today. Arkansas Tech campus in Ozark, all those going to dismiss classes today. We also learned the courthouse will not open until noon. Now, I'm still trying to get updates on other parts of the area to see if we have any more closings. But as of now, roadway's looking pretty good. We saw Russellville close a few streets last night, but Pope County only closed that one near where the school bus accident was on Alaskan Trail. That's over in the Crow Mountain area. But as far as the rest of the highways and roads go, we're looking pretty good up here. Hey gang, hello again. And like Melinda said, the roadways being wet, still dangerous, and that's what we've kind of had here in Russellville. Not so much dangerous, but the roads are very wet. Now, all the schools in Russellville, Pope County are closed today, and it's probably because they're anticipating more of this coming through, and obviously the road's freezing. Now, on Interstate 40 behind me, Pope County Dispatch says that's the spot they're kind of looking at right now, as far as a couple little slick spots, a couple little patches. As far as in the county over near Crow Mountain, that was a concerned area, but they actually didn't close any of those. They only closed one street last night. Most things have stayed open throughout the night, so in pretty good condition here in Russellville. A little freezing rain coming down, but other than that, looking pretty good up here, guys.
All right, Justin Lewis live for us all morning in Russellville, keeping us updated on the situation there.
Hey gang, we got a very cold wind coming through, a little light precipitation coming down now. Like you said, the roads are pretty fine. We've seen a lot of people coming over this overpass of 40 here and actually making it through. We saw a sand truck starting at about 4:30 this morning, coming through, dropping some sand to get to those areas before traffic is picked up. Now traffic has picked up and people are getting their commute through here pretty well. We're here on Highway 7 where a lot of people are getting onto 40, going north, going east, going west, and getting to work, and looks like they're getting there pretty much fine. I just talked to Pope County Dispatch again, trying to get any updates, and they said the roads are clear. They don't see any areas, any wrecks. Their deputies have been out around some of the hilly mountain areas that they are concerned about when they get freezing temperatures like this, but those areas seem to be pretty fine this morning. We saw them close some roads late yesterday evening, but since then, most of those have been opened back up and people are able to kind of go about freely. Now, all the schools have closed. Russellville, Pope County, as I said earlier, are closed today. And that's probably because they're anticipating a little more precipitation throughout the day on those roadways. So to keep them safe, because we had that, bus slip and turn sideways yesterday. So I guess as a precautionary reason, they decided to close school today. But roads are pretty clear in Russellville. People getting around pretty easy. Back to you guys.
Justin, we were showing video of that school bus accident, which looks really bad. But the update this morning is that there were no major injuries, and what a relief for parents there.
That's exactly right. The bus driver and 3 other children were taken to the hospital, but from what I understand, it was kind of a precautionary measure, minor injuries. The other parents came to pick up the rest of the children, and definitely a very scary situation, but we're glad to report everyone was okay there, and they were able to close that road afterwards, actually.